In South Africa, the wheel has been reinvented. This is the Hippo Roller. The name comes from the thick skin it shares with its river namesake. The ingenious water carrier is changing the world. Using one of these, a human can transport 90 litres of the wet stuff, expending the same effort it takes to carry 10 in a bucket. It's easy, quick, and it won't do your back in. Every Hippo Roller begins life in this factory, on the outskirts of Johannesburg. Since their invention by South Africans Petty Petzer and Johan Jonker in 1991, over 55,000 rollers have been made, bringing clean water to more than 48 countries. The first problem the designers had to tackle was the tough terrain which makes transporting water so hard for so many people. Executive Director Grant Gibbs and his team knew they had to make something incredibly durable.
It's made in one solid piece to absorb the stresses and strains. The weight is spread across the entire rolling surface, so it helps to compact the pathways, not like a wheelbarrow that tends to eat away and create soil erosion.
To prove their toughness, the barrel design was put through a unique test. If it can survive a 4x4 driving at 55 kilometers per hour, it's a safe bet it'll cope with anything. However good the design is, it only works if the materials are tough enough to take the strain.
The material we use is polyethylene. It has a long molecular structure, but we make it very thick so that it's very durable. We have about a 7 to 8 millimeter wall thickness.
The polyethylene arrives at the factory in a blue powder.
You see how fine it is.
A Fias tumour splits it into 6-kilogram bags. Each is enough to make one barrel. The blue powder goes into barrel-shaped moulds, where it will be heated, liquefied, and shaped. But it would be no good if the plastic settled into a lump at the bottom of the mould. To stop that happening, they use a process called rotational moulding. This machine continuously spins the barrel molds across 2 axes. This ensures the plastic is spread evenly around the edges, leaving space for water in the middle. The spinning barrels then move into a paraffin oven, which heats the plastic to 300 degrees Celsius, turning it into a liquid.
Inside the mold is same like porridge. That powder is in a liquid form.
25 minutes later, the furnace doors open. After cooling, the barrels need to come out of the mold, but that could be a sticky issue. Thankfully, the Hippo Roller boffins thought this one through. As the plastic cools, it shrinks by approximately 2%, pulling itself away from the mold.
So now it's shrinking. If it's shrinking enough, you will see when I pull it, it's coming out.
The opening is large enough to easily fill with liquid and small enough that a child can't crawl in. Which is all very clever, but the container won't do anyone any good unless you can close it. Caps are made on this injection molding machine.
What's happening here is that we're manufacturing the large screw cap that's used on the Hippo Roller.
Granules of white plastic pour into it from the blue hopper on top. The machine heats the plastic to liquefy it. Then it's squirted into a mold to create the cap shape. As soon as it's set, the cap is ejected, but it's still too hot to handle, so a bucket of water's in place for a quick cool down. The newly molded caps are screwed on, and the Hippo barrels are ready to roll anywhere anyone needs water. The village of Vungakral has just received its first batch. Justine Shimikaleni gets a handle on it straight away.
I just push it a little bit, it just roll it by itself, and it is not heavy.
For people like Justine, the roller is life-changing. The hours they spent fetching water every day can instead be spent on things like growing food and education.
In a day, we used to carry 10 buckets on top of our head, and we get very tired. I like my hippo roller so very much because it saved my life a lot.